All right, so if you were to give this team a grade for their trade deadline performance yesterday, what would it be? Mine's a C. Maybe it's a B minus. Listen, they upgraded their bullpen. They got two bullpen arms. They got a bat. You can argue whether that bat's good enough to be on this team or not. They got a starter who will join the team in August. Usually, this team, when it comes to starting pitching, they know what they're doing. And long story short, they know what they're doing, and usually it works out. Not always. See 2020 Tanner Roark for an example, but I would argue 95% of the time when it comes to starting pitchers of high value, high risk, high reward, Ross and his team know what they're doing. So I'll give you a B minus. I mean, the other part to this is they didn't mortgage the future either. They are a first place team. They're playing with house money when you look at Nathan Lucas, Addison Barge, or Ernie Clement. A lot of people still are asking about Bo Bichette. Here's the question I have for you. If you were to sign Josh Naylor in the offseason, are you okay with Vladdy playing third base, Clement, and maybe Barge are going back to shortstop until Arjun Namala is ready to go? You can tell that they value Arjun Namala. They value Trey Savage. That's why they did not move them. Or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they were thrown around in trade discussions and teams said, no bueno. So it's interesting. I would say this team, their minor league system's probably 20th, maybe 25th. The Padres emptied their whole system. The Yankees emptied their whole system. So I imagine they're on the bottom half. Mason Miller. Man, it's not hard for Mason Miller. It's you call the Athletics and say, who do you want? And then you give it to him. Like that's not hard. That's essentially what happened for AJ Preller. I mean, he had a deadline. I'll tell you that. We'll see how that plays out. Boston didn't get really a lot better. They got Dustin May, Steven Matz. Obviously, the Yankees got a whole new back end of their bullpen. But two guys, though, I will warn you, that have had struggles. So think about that for a few minutes. Tampa Bay. They get Griffin Jax and Adrian Hauser, who's like 2-0 against the Jays this year. Yay. Detroit got a little bit better in the back end. I think Houston gets Correa back, and they get Jesus Sanchez, so they're a little bit better. They didn't get the starting pitching that they were looking for. Mets, Phillies, obviously, their bullpens improved for sure. Cubbies got a couple pieces. Brewers got a couple pieces. Jordan Montgomery, who'll probably face the Blue Jays this month. He's like 25-0 career against them. Dodgers didn't do a hell of a whole lot, though. Blake Stewart was a solid move, but other than that, they're very quiet. So, listen, it's anybody's ballgame. This video is going a bit too long, but B minus, maybe a C. Let's see how it goes. Louis Varland, baby. Louis Varland. Enjoy tonight.